Sunburnt teeth. She's always smiling. She's the only girl I know whose teeth are sunburnt. 2. Let's get started. A drunk was brought into a police station. He pounded his fist on the counter and said, "I want to know why I've been arrested." The sergeant said, "You have been brought in for drinking." He said, "Oh, that's all right, then. Let's get started." 3. Backing into a mountain. I always sit in the back of a plane. It's much safer. You never hear of a plane backing into a mountain. 4. The Hillbilly and the Whistles. A man who had spent his whole life in the countryside visited a friend. He'd never seen a train or the tracks they run on while standing in the midleaf the railroad tracks. He heard a whistle, but didn't know what it was. Predictably, he's hit and is thrown ass over kettle to the side of the tracks with some minor internal injuries, a few broken bones, and some bruises. After weeks in the hospital recovering, he's at his friend's house attending a party. While in the kitchen, he suddenly hears the kettle whistling. He grabs a baseball bat from the nearby closet and proceeds to batter and bash the kettle into an unrecognizable lump of metal. His friend, hearing the ruckus, rushes into the kitchen, sees what has happened, and asks the Hillbilly, "Why'd you ruin my good kettle? Man, you gotta kill these things when they're small." 5. Invite friends over. A husband said to his wife, "Honey, I have invited a friend home for supper tonight." As expected, the wife wasn't happy with such short notice. His wife replied, "What? Are you crazy? The house is a mess. I didn't have time to go shopping. All the dishes are dirty. And I don't feel like cooking a fancy meal tonight." The husband said, "I know all that." The wife looked at him with incredulity. She wondered when she would ever get a little peace. He said, "Because the poor fool is thinking about getting married."